Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Monday, the 10th of October. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in. This is Quick Trade Trading Room. And it's good to be with you guys, as always. Hope everybody had a good weekend, splendid weekend. I did. Wonderful time away. Good to be with family. No load shedding. Load shedding. We'll see how far that one goes in this week here. But I'd like to greet everybody. How was your weekend? Did you guys have a good one? All the guys coming live on YouTube that will be joining in later on, you are welcome. All right. A couple of reminders there. As always, we are licensed as a brokerage, 45262. And we are also licensed over derivatives counter provider. We have a license. Myself, I am a registered rep there with the FSC registered. That's it's a requirement as per the fit and proper requirements of the FASE Act for you to advise clients. So that is in place. And you can also get hold of me via live chat. You can get hold of Roger, which is my colleague. We both are from the trading support department, and we assisting our clients with the trades, placing, advice, guidance, etc. And the trading room is one platform that we have put together for our clients, give them the opportunity to do that. Good morning, good morning. Did no one have a good weekend? We starting there. It's Monday, guys. We're starting there. Did everybody have a good weekend? Let's start there. All right. Trading is 85% psychological. How was it, guys? Did you have a good time? All right. And then here's your phases: breakout, accumulation, and movement phase. All right. And need I remind you, whether it's uptrend or downtrend, these remain the same. They remain the same. All right. They remain the same. You'll have accumulation, you'll have a breakout, and you will have your movement. All right. I'm going through my list here. Loving Mondays. V, we can, it's not a problem. Let's start with some smiles and so forth. All right. All right. So who's brand new here this morning? Who's brand new? Please let me know who's brand new. I'd like to welcome you. All right. Excuse me. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Night shift, unfortunately, there, Clive. There we go. So for you can use my email address there, Mike. Ashley@quicktrade.co.za. Lungisi, haven't been in the room for a while. Lungisi, how you been? How you been? Let me know. Let me know. Solzy, I haven't seen Solzy before. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you're joining for the first time, remember, guys, this is the community. We have a mixture of things. Look at trades, yes, opportunities. We do some techniques and stuff, but we have a bit of jokes here and there as well. We're building a community, so that's not all serious play all the time. Sometimes you got to put a smile on the face and let people feel welcome, isn't it so? So they understand what it feels like. Mpo, good morning. So let me quickly go down my list, and then we're going to get going. All right. Angel, Banele, Benson, Cheryl, Sima, Clive, Elrich, Etienne, Fani, Galaxy Prime, Gerard, Herbert, Isabel, Jeannie Vess or Jeannie. Please forgive me if I'm incorrect there. John, Ken, Letlahonola, Lafuno, Magdalene, Matume, Mike, Ngisi, Mpo, Oleseni, Chabulo, Namfanello, Ricky for Solzy, Tebo, Tato, the Bone Collector, Teresa. There's Titi, there's Vivet, Mr. W, Willem, and Siabonga. All right. You guys ready to get going? Are you guys ready to get going? I am ready to see what is happening. All right. All right. So let's start off with a bit of fundamentals here first. Monday. So normally Mondays, what does tend to happen is we do have the start of the week. And so Mondays, generally, we have a slower start. And so there's guys that do trade on Mondays, but not so much the direction. This will be more short term. This will be with the shorter time frames, and so they'll look for opportunities there because the momentum really starts to pick up the direction here from 7 p.m. the evening to the midnight close. Then you really see where the momentum is. So many guys are looking for opportunities in the short-term time frames for them to get in and out on a Monday. And that's cool. You know, it all depends on your approach. It depends on your strategy, your method, depending what you want to term it. But Mondays is generally slower momentum speaking. All right. So from a fundamental side, guys, we had a fantastic time last week. Well, I definitely did. We had a bit of a debate around, you know, are we going to have some dollar strength? Are we going to have some dollar weakness at the end of the week? And I know there was a lot of guys that were on the fence. There was a lot of guys that changed their mind, all right, on Friday. And so all the guys that stayed with the dollar strength, can you please reveal yourself? The guys that stayed with the dollar strength, that said they still think the dollar will strengthen, please will you reveal yourself? That's funny, beautiful. Was it only funny? I know there was a couple of guys that jumped boat. They went from strength, they went to weakness. We did see the job figures come out there. 250,000 was the forecast, and we had a better than expected rate there of 263,000, which was brilliant. And so then the US economy then strengthened. What was also important, the unemployment rate there was also better. And we had stronger dollar at the end of the day, which was fantastic. That's what we were looking for. What's also key here, ladies and gentlemen, is for us to go to that specific dollar and go and look at what we have discussed. All right, we chatted about, as I zoom in, we have chatted about this specific zone here, which is the 1112 zone, which was violated, you know, previously by that 111.864. Can you see correctly? Am I zoomed in enough? Let me just make sure everybody can see those specific figures. All right, so 11.864. Thanks, Cheryl. 11.864 was the area. Thanks, Lungisi. Yeah, Cheryl, you jumped. I remember. I'm just putting some names to the jumping. But that's all good, isn't it? So at least you learned you learned a little bit about yourself, isn't it? So guys, at the end of the day, remember, Clive, I'm asking certain questions. I'm asking responses and results so that you can also learn about yourself at the end of the day. Because if you really thought that this is just about numbers and you didn't need your mind to do it, then you are mistaken. You need to know yourself, how you think, so that you can make decisions. All right. So what's key here is that the dollar did strengthen. It strengthened with better unemployment rates. It strengthened with better job figures, but also there is this movement towards higher interest rates that is still set to come through because of inflation. Are we together? There's a very big chance we, as the Feds put it, you know, at the end of, you know, the year, between 4.45% in terms of interest rates to get to that specific number there. We'll probably see that come down next year. But remember, guys, all of these things, they happen as and when and during time. So it's not something that you find is going to be cast in stone immediately. There are forecasts, there's opinions, there are economists that are giving their projections and so forth. It is our duty to follow them. Is everybody clear? So we have obviously been very victorious over the dollar projections. I must say so myself. Very, very happy about that. I'm seeing it move up to the 114 area, ladies and gentlemen. It could take about 4 days or so to move up to the 114. That's max. It could go do anything between those 4 days as well. All right. Can I just say that again? About max there, 4 days there. It could do that in 2. It could do it in 1, in 3. It depends. All right. That is if we obviously break this 112.94 that I have in place. Please remember these levels that I give you. We were spot on with this zone here. If it breaks the 11.864, we go to the 112.95. It was very accurate. It's done. And so now I'm looking for the momentum to close above the 112.94952 to then proceed higher to the 114 levels. All right. Solzy, when that is done, this is the prediction to go all the way up to 117 or between 117 and 119. Can you guys do me and yourself a favor and write down those levels, because this is going to be tested in the future. All right. After it breaks the 114 level, do me and yourself a favor there. All right, and write down levels between 117.504 and 119.511. If you've written it down already, ignore that. If you have not written that down, it might be in your interest to do so. All right, everybody. Everybody clear? 14 seconds there. I wanted to mention this in the start. Once again, I saw over the weekend the power of a mind. The mind, all right, Clive, Gert, Cheryl, Solzy. The power of the mind is insane. I spoke to someone over the weekend, which was actually yesterday, absolutely stuck on the fact that this is the way to do something, and gave some advice, mentioned this is not the way to do it. One needs to be open. And this individual here just said, no, I'm sorry, that's the way. And completely, once again, astonished. When the mind is made up, it's made up. Are we together, everybody? When it's made up, it's made up. When you think something about something, it's done. I've told you guys many times, the trading room is not just about numbers. There's psychology here. If you think that you are not getting better, you will not get better. If you think and you believe and you're frustrated on a Monday morning, are we together? I'm mentioning the psychological features here. It's not going to happen. It is just what it is. It is a principle. Is everybody clear there? So trading, in as much as it's a numbers game, it's also a psychological, it has a psychological twist. That's why I say write down these numbers, because it is for the psychology of you as well. So once we break the 112, psychologically, these levels, 114 is the next area. Gert, let me give some more detail there. This is a resistance here. So because of that resistance, psychologically, it's the next place in investors' minds for price to go and retest. It has become a psychological level now because of the rejection. Clive, does that make sense? Because of the rejection, it's now become a psychological level for price to go and retest there. So it's so important to understand that specific aspect. All right, everybody? Is everybody clear there, guys? Everybody clear? Everybody clear? Can I give you the difference between the momentum and the smaller time frames? There's guys that have become very skilled at finding out where are the psychological levels on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute, and they develop an entire strategy around that specific component. There's guys that have found out where are the psychological levels around the directional time frames, and they develop a specific strategy around it. It's that simple. Is everybody clear? 100% there, right? So we're seeing the strength to conclude here on the dollar with those interest rates still being in question. Let me just knock off here with that specific comment. Interest rates going up. We still see a stronger dollar between the 117 and the 119 area. We are of the opinion we have now finished this retracement and we're going up. What's very important here is that this will be the level for us to ultimately test before we proceed to the 117. All right. So when we look at the fundamentals now, ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping. We're seeing the entire week right here, high impact news only. This does not include low or medium. This is only high impact. Why are we looking at the high impact news? Because that has the proclivity to send more volatility into the market. All right. There's guys that take advantage of the volatility and there's guys that choose to stay away from it. All right. Everybody clear? You got to choose what you would like to do. 100%. So you can see today, Japan, their national sports day. You'll see tomorrow we have some pound news there, guys, which is pretty packed there. We have the Governor Bailey also speaking there. So now you know already we are talking about economic forecast, the economic direction. We have some GDP figures coming out there month on month and year on year. But guys, we have the US coming out with the PPI for September. Remember, these are all monthly economic releases that happens. So there's no surprise here. It happens throughout the year. All right, this gives us stronger momentum. If there was no economic releases on a monthly basis, we might not have as much volatility. Everybody would be trading like equities. You're just leaving it to run. But because we have economic releases that come out on a monthly and a weekly basis, ladies and gentlemen, or quarterly basis, we have guys that are taking advantage of that short term, and they are trading those on the shorter time frames. I feel we are taking a nice strong stance here this morning. All right, Paul, are we together? And you also see Lagarde or Lagarde, depending how you want to pronounce it. I'm not going to debate that with you. Also speaking there at 3:30. That's on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. FOMC meetings as well. We have the EIA short-term energy outlook. It's in the name. All right, everybody, short-term. Anything can happen. Doesn't mean it's going to be the same thing next year, the first quarter. Thursday, core CPI, very important one here. We have these results coming out. This is also, and has everything to do with inflation. Are we together, everybody? And so if inflation keeps on moving up, then we are seeing higher interest rates. Is everybody clear? They are synergizing, they are moving together. So when they are higher, we got to get those interest rates to complement them. Are we together so that we can bring it down? But the dollar then strengthens here by default through these figures. Is everybody 100 with me there, guys? I'm seeing a lot of guys, they're responding. Let me just go back. Clear. Sorry, I'm late. You hear Liatle, that's what counts. Mike, USD, CAD, and JP bank holidays. Japan taking holiday after the drama from yesterday's F1. Hey, you know, that's a different story altogether. Hot week. That's Mikhail. Yes, hot week. So we're going to have to check it out, guys. Crude oil inventories, as always, normally see it on a Wednesday. We're seeing it Thursday. That's weekly. That happens. And then, guys, we have Friday core retail sales and retail sales, guys. What's important about this gives us forecast of what's to come in terms of what's happening in spending when it comes to the US. Guys, when CPI is higher or when it is lower, it has an impact on spending. Now, guys, don't forget the following information. All right. When the interest rates are higher, this tends to increase the strength of the currency, bringing more foreign direct investment into the country so that there can be spending. Are we together, guys? So things can move. But you must also not forget that if consumers aren't spending, money must come from somewhere. Is everybody clear? When interest rates are lowered, you'll see that guys are going to do what? If inflation is lowered, interest rates are lowered. Are we together? You're going to see some guys, they're going to become more active. That's a fact. Is everybody clear that they're going to become more active? There's some guys that need interest rates to go up so that they can make a return. So if you really look at it from a different angle, it's every gear in an economic system needs to work together. Is everybody clear there? So if you have gears from the top to the bottom, at the top, it's going to have to work at some point to get to the bottom. So movement filters through all the way. It filters through at some point or the other. Is everybody clear with this, guys? I'm going to give everybody 14 seconds here. All right. And then we're going to push on. You'll normally see weekends. You will get some speeches that a lot of the federal officials or representatives or economies are actually making, or they're giving, or they're releasing. Are we together? And this does tend to have influence in the market the following week. Now, let us conclude here, guys. We are forecasting a stronger dollar this week based on what has happened last week. All right, that's the conclusion there. We are forecasting a stronger dollar here, which has an impact obviously on the other securities that we trade. Those are, if the guys forgot, indices as an offering with quick trade. We saw the NASDAQ being impacted, S&P and Dow Jones being affected. We saw gold being affected. It came down, which is inversely correlated to the dollar. We're seeing more downside there with gold because of the dollar's strength. Is everybody 100 with me on that specific page there, guys? I got to know so that when we move on now to our securities and we're technically analyzing these things, that the guys are not left behind. All right, everybody. I'm really feeling this Monday morning here. It's a nice, solid start. If you'd agree with me, just give me a yes or a high five or something. There we go. A nod from Teresa. Got you. All right. It's a nice, solid start here. Mike, there we go. Nice, solid start. Guys, remember, solid dollar is what we're forecasting here for the week. Now, here's the question, Ash. Can the dollar come down a little bit in the week? Let me pose the question to the community. Can we see a pullback from the dollar this week? Yes or no? Yes or no? Talk to me. Absolutely. Thank you for the wisdom. Because, guys, you don't realize when I ask you questions and you guys are answering here, the guys that tune in on YouTube and they see how you guys respond, that makes a difference whether we like it or not. Why? Because they see that there's competency in here. So, of course, it can retrace because markets fluctuate. If markets were trending up all the time, Mike, would you agree? We'd be making a lot of money all the time. So we have to wait for the fluctuations. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this is a very solid Monday start. Are we together? We get trapped in the fluctuation. Now, is that frustrating, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, at times. Are we together? So we're not, Sia, are we wishing away frustration? Give me be human here. Are we wishing away frustration? No, we are not. We are so competent that it will be there. But we choose to not get emotional and trapped in the fluctuation. That's the choice that you make. Does it make sense? We cannot wish evil away. You can't wish negative people away, and you for sure can't keep positive people by your side. There's some positive people that come to deposit once, and then it's they are gone. You never see them again. So you can't keep them around, and you also got to accept that. It's life. Does that make sense, everybody? As baby lever sailor. What a Monday morning. All right, so let's push on, ladies and gentlemen. I did have a request. All right, I'm going to honor the request there. Cheryl wanted to check those signals out before we get started. Can I have seconds and thirds on that request from Cheryl? We don't want to call it a democratic community, but we all know that we got to be fair. So let's have, sorry for the voice. It's a little bit hoarse there, guys. Big apologies. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. All right. All right, so I'm seeing the guys are saying, yes, please, please. All right, let's honor. The first one we're going to look at gold. All right, everybody, gold. Let's go to gold first. Now, guys, gold, very simple. I spoke to you about this already. I mentioned that with the dollar ascending, we're seeing a descending price in gold. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it so? So when we open up gold, we're seeing the TP there, 1650. You guys know that's been following me, and you guys know the levels that I give you, and the guys that actually write them down very respectfully said 1618 was the area we saw in gold. It didn't go to 1612. We were very close to it, and there's nothing wrong. It doesn't have to hit it as long as your analysis is showing you the progress. Guys, if you want to write this down, please do. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for progress. All right? Not looking for perfection. We're just looking for progress. So if you have analyzed 1612 and it went to 1618, my word, if that's not progress to you, then I don't know what. Is everybody clear? It went as far as down as 1618. That's brilliant. All right. So look at this now. Gold TP 1650. I'm going to do this in honor of a new week. Are you guys clear? 2 months away from Christmas for those that adore it. Those that adore Christmas, 2 months away. We are starting fresh here. Now, what I want you to notice, look at all these specific candles here, firstly. Can you guys see this? Look at all of these candles. Now, what does this tell you here? Overall now, couple of comments, talk to me. Lungisi, guys, I noticed from the quick trader signals, please make sure you understand the signals. Sometimes by mistake, they mix TP and stop loss. I'm not sure how to interpret that. I'm not sure how to interpret that, Lungisi. Are we together? Because if there are typos, if there's errors, it's human. Are we together? It's human. All right, so I'll just leave it in that box right there and I will continue. All right, so there are many candles here and you are seeing some tails. These tails, these candles here, I want you guys on a Monday morning, hear me well, when you see many of these red candles here, Mike Clive, look at this, there tends to be some upside coming soon because there's so much movement down. Is everybody clear? So it's like price going down, candle stop, next one, candle stop, next one, candle. So it's telling you that the sellers are running out of steam. Does that make sense, everybody? As Amalaso. Now, this area here is key. Look at that. I spoke to you about that zone there. I said to you, watch the pivot points. Watch the pivot points. Cheryl, can you see it? There's a pivot point at 1614. We have touched it. It has been touched. It found rejection. Can you see that, Tabo? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Rejection right there. There's the black cat peanut butter right there. All right, rejection. Is everybody with me here? But just because there's rejection does not mean in the shorter time frames we are not pushing down. Look at the month so far here. All right, start of October. Can you see how we've already gone to that high? We've tested the high. So let's go see where the test is now, Cheryl. I'm putting that right there. Look at that. Watch. Dropping down. Let's move back and see. Hold on. Let's go and see and move back. We're not seeing anything on the weekly. Do you see any pivot points there on the weekly? Yes or no? No. Let's go to the daily now. Sometimes you got to go and find these suckers. Can you guys see it here? Let's move back. It's tested, but let's go see if it's back here. If it's back here. Do you see it? Sometimes you got to go and find it. TT, you're pretty clear. There we go. So it's tested. Now, what's very important here, watch this area here. Can you see this here? That area there. Now, if I go back, can you guys see we have rejected the zone, pushing down to this area here, which on the monthly corresponds there. So this is within the momentum. Can I conclude there? We are in the momentum at this moment in time. Is everybody clear? If I go back to the daily now, and I'm going to switch back to that specific TP, which is at 1650. Let's put it in. We are above that zone. So what does this tell us? What does this automatically tell us here? Is this overall momentum? Is this a trade that's overall momentum? Or are we taking advantage of a Monday? I'm giving you the answer, short term. Short term. Can you guys see that? This is short term. This is not us saying we're going to go all the way down to 1614. We're taking advantage short term, moving down to this area for about 320 odd pips. That's it. Everybody clear with that, guys? Backed on the fundamentals that has given us detail and data of last week's stronger dollar. Is everybody clear with this trade here, ladies and gentlemen? You see how we detailing it down, not only the technicals, but the fundamentals that's backing it. Can I please say this? Sometimes fundamentals is not there. All right, everybody. Sometimes there's no fundamentals to correlate. So be grateful when there is a double whammy. When you have fundies and you have the technicals that are putting it together for you, it's a brilliant moment to be in. All right. Stop loss, ladies and gentlemen. We have it there at 1705. What is the rule with trading shorter time frames? What is the rule with trading shorter time frames? What's the rule? What's the rule? Irrespective if fundamentals is connecting with technicals. What is the power rule there? There we go. Guys, come on. Let's just give the guys a round of applause here. I want the YouTubers to see this thing. I want them to see, I really want you to see this. Tightest stop losses, and what does it ultimately bear in consequence? What does a tightest stop loss bear in consequence? All right. There we go, Zeph. Let's give Zeph a round. Let's go. Come on, guys. It's Monday. Let's give Share a round. Elridge a round, guys. Celebrating the smaller things get you Bicky, Mark, near. So Anya would say it. All right. Little by little brings more. Tighter stops, higher risk. Fact. We are not trading equities long-term here. We are trading shorter term. All right. Ash, you always say these things. I do, and I'm proud of it. Why? Reminders, repetition builds the brain, builds the idea, builds the mind. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody with me? Can I please say something for you to go and think of? Your brain must be built to create the mind. Please just hear me. Just hear me with that one. Just hear me with that one. Please go and check that out. The brain must be developed to build a mind. Is everybody with me? The brain. My son is six months old. He's got a brain, and I'm stimulating his brain to build his mind. Everybody with me? Blank canvas must be built, or there must be drawings. So that only happens when you develop the pen. See ya? When you develop the pen, which is the brain, you get a picture, which is the mind. All right? Everybody there? Everybody there? Everybody there? Now, who would like to get in on this sucker over here? I'll do some risk and reward. Anyone would like to get into this sucker here? Guys, what I do like about, trading, what I really like about the understanding of trading is that if you don't have the knowledge, the frustration builds. Ash, why do you like that? Because it means it needs your effort. All right. So 1650, it needs your effort. 1650, 323 pips. All right. Stop loss, pull it up. 228. If you put in an 0.01, 58 Rand is your reward. 41 Rand is your risk. Are we together? Is everybody with me here? What's key is that price. The signal came out at 924. 924. Hold on. You see here? So obviously we've gone down a little bit now. So let's just do a little bit of an adjustment here. You guys ready? So if it's gone down a little bit, we got to pull this down too. So that's a 1.72. If you round it off, it's about a 1-to-2 ratio. Are we together? 33 Rand risk, 58 Rand reward. Are we together? Lungisi, I'm in the trade. And so far, good. Angel, I'm in and profit. Let's keep the guys around. Let's keep them around. Well done, well done, well done. The guys that are getting in now, that's the new stop loss because price has moved down already. All right? You guys with me here? I think we're okay with this. Cheryl? All good? Everybody? Tops? Sia? Kolisi? All right, let's go to the next one, my good people. Let's go to the next one. And I think I want to bring in, hold on for me. I want to bring in Lungisi's comment there about the possible typos here. Let's see. 133614, 134. Could be. This could have been that specific one. All right, so I'm going to take the latest one here. Latest one. Can we just, Khair, can we just finish with this real quick? All right, I just want us to move systematically. Is that okay? All right, let's just finish off with this one here. Oh, the EuroCAD. No, sorry. Yeah, but this is the one we're going to check now. This is the one. All right. EuroCAD. Yes, Lungisi, absolutely. That's why I said I'm going to bring your comment in here now because I'm seeing the validity that I parked it first. I first parked it. Here we go. Euro CAD for a possible short. Let's go there, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to give us a fresh one at this point. Is everybody clear with that? There are a few pairs I'm going to do fresh. Is everybody with me? I like the laughter there. Lungis, love it, man. On a Monday morning, it's brilliant to see. Beautiful to see. All right. I told you last week, Friday, I love Mondays. Love Mondays, man. I love Mondays. Most people don't. Do you guys agree? I don't think people like Mondays. I mean, what you see out there, Sundays, they get anxiety. I know people that get anxiety on a Sunday. And they used to say when they see carte blanche play on a Sunday, they get anxiety because they knew Monday's coming. All right. So Euro CAD for short. I've got my monthly on here, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently at 1.333 or 334. They drink too much on weekends, so Monday is tough. You see, guys, you know, Cheryl, you reminded me, and I think it's been 12 years I haven't touched a drop of alcohol. 12 years I haven't touched a drop of alcohol. You're reminding me of that now. Saved a lot of money. Managed to save a lot of money. All right. Kyle, my friend, that's another platform, my friend, where I'll share that. Okay. So here we are. Sell. We're at 1.333 TP. Let me put that in. TP, TP, TP. Can you guys see it? That is at 1.32471. 32471. Is this a short-term trade, guys? Yes. Thank you. Short-term. Stop loss. Let's get the stoppy. Stop loss 1.34. Are you guys enjoying today? Or at least the start of this Monday? You guys enjoying it? I mean, guys, for me, it's really cool, man. I'm really enjoying the session. It's really so nice and smooth. And all right, so short, I'm going to do risk and reward first so the guys can see it if they want to get in. And then I'm going to do a bit of analysis here so that you can make an informed decision. All right. 1.3426. So obviously it's moved, guys. Obviously you can see it's moved from when it's been sent. So let's get a new TP here real quick. All right. 1.71. That is last week Friday. Last week Friday. I want you to look at last week Friday. See ya. Last week Friday had a dip there. Can you see the dip there? All right. It had a dip. And that was the high. So the stop loss is very tight around there, 53 pips, 91 pip stop TP. All right. Now check this out. Check this out. If we go to the monthly, we're going to quickly check out the momentum here. Aha. Aha. We had a very nice break up last month. Can you see that? That's last month now. Seems we're retracing last month. Now, how do we go into the detail? We drop down to the weekly. Look at that. Last week, great drop there. But what do we need to see here? What are we gunning for here? What do we want to see with our eyes to have a better indication of this retracement? What would we like to see here? For us to validate that, you know what, this retracement makes sense to us, technically speaking now. All right, technically speaking now. The euro is weakening against that dollar. Are we together? So fine. Yeah, there. That's one there. But this is the CAD. This is the CAD. Brent strengthened. CAD is a commodity-driven currency. Everybody with me? So it's commodity-driven. You see Brent move, you'll see the CAD move. So if Brent keeps on strengthening, then obviously we are looking for a stronger CAD here. So let's go to Brent real quickly. We want clear traffic, follow through. Yes, I want to see what other guys are saying. Give me some more. Give me some more. Give me some more. There's a song there one day I'd like to play for you. Give me some more. Brent. Look at this. We strengthened. We went above the zone here that we put in place. Are we together? We went above it. So we're retracing here now. We're retracing. Doesn't mean it's weak. We're retracing a little bit here. Is everybody clear there? Look at the 1 hour. Touched again. Now we're going to go back to the Euro CAD because we're seeing that it advanced very nicely. So the CAD is stronger. Brent has pushed. Are we together? The cut in supply has created that demand. You guys know 2 million barrels per day. It seems it's official. Are we together that it's been cut? The supply has been cut. 2 million barrels per day. Are we together? Buy 2 million barrels. So which means if there's a cut in supply, the demand will eventually go up. Is everybody with me? Cut supply, demand goes up. Give more supply, demand comes down. The more of something, more options available, then you don't need to make your mind up that quickly. You guys remember with the lockdown? Can I quickly just say this? Why do you think, what sparked the national, what did they call it? When everything was a stormed macro and looted, national looting, right? What do you think sparked that? I know we can say government, management, etc., but let's go deeper than that. Let's go deeper than that. What sparked that? Yes. Let's give Cheryl a round of applause. I think Cheryl, I'll give a round of applause for that. Absolutely. Demand. The voice there, guys. Sorry. All right. Demand. Politics, sure. Remember that becomes one of those factors that put that lesser demand in motion. Do you see that? So people in their minds, all right, there's not going to be food. We're on lockdown. Prices are high. There's no jobs. Creates a demand. People go crazy. Does that make sense, everybody? But when there's jobs, when people are getting paid, do you really think they're going to go and storm macro? Let's be honest. No, they're not. There's options. Does it make sense, everybody? So we can see that this looks realistic. But now I'm looking for that thing that I want to see. What the guys are saying here. Lack of supply, more demand. Yes. Now, if I go to a shorter time frame, can you see the zone here? That's what I'm looking for. Cheryl, can you see that? Clive, can you see that? Teresa, Sia, Ponch, Mpo, can you see that? Tabo, Uncle Philip, Gert, Solzi, that is what I'm looking for. Is it a pivot point? Yes, it's the high of the pivot point. You can use the high, you can use the open, you can use the close, you can use the low. 4 parts to one candle. Is everybody clear? 4 parts to one candle you can use. You use the most recent. The most recent is here. The next area is there. After that, it's at the bottom. You guys see that? Now that's very close together. So that's a problem. Are we together? When it's this close together, rather take the open because it might not reach the low. Is everybody clear? Can I say that again? When the wick and the body or the open is close together like this, rather use the body because price might not reach that specific area. So what would you do? Or if we change the circumstance, if it looked like this, Ponch, then that would have been brilliant. Can you see that? Sia, can you see that? Clive, that's brilliant because from that area to that area is 123 pips. Tabo, can you see that? Philip, Margetson, everybody. Everybody's with me. I must find some new words then. I always use those ones. I must find new words. Ponch, I need some training there. All right, need some training. We're all need training. So this year, 85 pips from the high, Cheryl, 54. That is a scalper's dream. That's a scalper's dream. Does it make sense? A guy that's trading 5 minutes, he's going to eat up what I just told him or her. What I just said there, a lady, guy, whatever, that sees 54 pips there, you're going to eat it up. Does that make sense, everybody? So the relevance of me mentioning that is to say, once again, everybody has a different approach. I'm never going to give you one approach. I'm not going to do that. I'll be failing dismally. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I say. So from the body, punch 109 pips. Beautiful for the guys that want 100 pip race. Is everybody with me? Just write this down. When you're trading shorter time frames, it's races. When you are trading momentum time frames, it's a journey. It's a marathon. When you're trading monthlies and weeklies, that's a marathon. Are we together? But if you're trading shorter time frames, those are races, 100 meter, 200 meter, etc. Everybody clear? Is anyone interested in this one? So now that you see here the technicals, CAD looks good. All right, everybody, technicals looks good. 113 Rand their reward. We have about 77 there in risk. This is a short-term trade. We are running a race here. So from now on, are we together? I'm going to tell you guys, this is a race. You'll know what I'm referring to. If I say, guys, it's a marathon, you'll know what I'm saying to you. Is everybody clear? And need I remind you? Maybe I should. It's Monday. When you run a race, 100 meters, you coming last, probability is very high. If you're not using Bolt or Suffer Powell, or then there's a bit of a challenge there. All right. Can we move on? So everybody's clear with the signals, right? Can I push on to go and look at that NASI there, guys? I want to go and see what's cracking with those securities. The norm that we normally go to, we're returning back, but the principle remains the same. We might have deviated just to go and check the signals, but we always come back to principle. All right, we always come back to principle. Teresa, when you're analyzing those that bacteria and all of those viruses, and there are principles. Am I right or wrong there? Please correct me. There are principles that you never omit. Does the data change now and then with environment? Sure, but the principles remain the same. Principles remain the same. All right, EJ, we'll be getting to those in a sec. We're starting with the indices first. All right, so here we go. NASI, absolutely stunning analysis here. Pushed down to 10,966. Who wrote this down? Please give the guys, we give credit where it's due. All right, who wrote this down? 10,966 as a take profit, as an exit last week. Who wrote this down? There we go. 10,966. Beautiful. It was reached. Where did we find these? These are all pivot points. All of this, what you're going to see, these are pivot points. Are we together? It's not hanging in between the balance of pivot point and then there's another one. No, we are looking at where price reacted. That's what we're looking at. So we've reached it now. If you go to the weekly, I told you guys, I drew a specific channel here saying that we are still in the retracement. All right. We're still in the retracement and we're seeing it go to 10,966. If you go to the daily frame here, you can see that happened at the pivot. At the start of, look at that, the month. Are we together, guys? Look at that. Totally insane. On that pivot right there. So at this point in time, if we break that pivot point, now you guys know what we do. We got to move back now. Now we got to go back and see where's the pivot point in the past. Here we go. Look at this here. Can you guys see the zone here? There. That's far more accurate. Are we together? Look at this. There. Is everybody clear, guys? So we're now in this zone. We push down from that area all the way down. What did I say? Pivot point is pushing or where price reacts. From there, we've pushed all the way down till here. Can you guys see that? Everybody clear there, guys? So here we are, 10,966. Please write this down. The next area, race-wise, race-wise, 10,750. 10,750. Race-wise, 100 meters, 10,750. From there to there, 215 pips there. 10,750. And it's correlating here. Beautiful. Can you please write this down when you're done? Write this down when you're done. 10,411. 10,411. So the first one, 10,750. Can you guys see that? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Sorry, guys. First one, 10,750. Can you see it now? And then the second, 10,411. And then we are at the end of that zone there now. Oh, then it becomes interesting. Is everybody clear? So after 10,750, 10,411, and from 10,750, we're going to definitely see more pips there. 343, and then we at the end. Now we at the resistance of the zone here. Look at that. Now, what's key here is if I go to a higher time frame, that was the breakout. Can you guys see that? That was the breakout. If I go to a weekly and I zoom in, 10,411. Hold on. There, breakout. Can you guys see that? That was the breakout area. We back again. So this was the year. So this is 2020. We are now going back to 2020's levels. Is everybody clear? That's insane. 2 years later, we're back. So the saying, what goes up must come down, is true. We can agree on that, right? What goes up must come down. We can agree. But here's the key. When? See, the when part. Is everybody with me? The when part is the thing. Vuyo, this is my first time attending. Let's give Vuyo a big round of applause. Let's give Vuyo a big round of applause. Welcome. All right. On the second component there, don't even sweat it, man. Don't worry. Just keep attending. You'll catch on. You will catch on. You can ask the guys. They can give you a couple of testimonies here. They'll tell you when they came in, possibly the same thing. But to some came in and they understood. It's different people. But they'll tell you. Just keep on coming. All right? It's going to get better. Everybody clear? It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Because I repeat. All right, Vuyo? Wish I could say that in Zulu or Sotho. I don't know how to say it. Repeat, repeat. All right. So overall, we are retracing. Are we together? Overall, we are retracing. Retracing overall. We are in the retracement phase. Remember, we are up. We are up. Yes, we're bullish. Are we together? We are up. Yes. But we are retracing right now in that specific movement up. And where are we in that retracement? We are hitting the 10,000 levels of this index, to put it simply. All right. Zeph, I see Adele's here. Zeph, S&P 500. S&P 500. How's this one here, guys? Isn't this brilliant? In the zone as analyzed. Beautiful. Under 3811. All right, we've come to 3599. Are we together? A little bit shy. You can see here, if I do show you the pivot point here, can I show it to you? You see the high there? Cheryl, is Zeph going to leave? Look at this. Can you guys see that zone there? It hit the high. It hit the high. It hit the high at 3607. Let me ask the question. Guys, does it have to hit the body at that pivot point? Does it have to hit the body? Let me ask the question. I want to be, that nope, it doesn't. Excuse me, it doesn't have to. It can hit the high, reject right there, and push up again. It can do what it wants, absolutely. As long as we understand, okay, we know why you did not go up yet. Okay, so we can see why you rejected there. It's rejecting at the high. Does that make sense? It's right there. It touched it, and we are very close. We are very close. Let's quickly look. Let's quickly look. Let's quickly look. 8 pips. Cheryl. Teresa. Punch. 8 pips. Sia away. From there to there. Well, 7. If you take it to there, 14. 14 pips. I mean, what is that for the S&P? What's that for the Nasdaq? What's that for the US 30 or Dow Jones? All right. So everybody's clear here, guys. We are currently at the support. Are we making any moves here? Yes or no? Yeah. V10, 10 standard lots, and then 14, my friend. No, we're talking, brother. Right. So LIA, yes. We're waiting for some formation now. What is formation? Let's tell Vuyo, what is the formation of price? What does that indicate, or what's that indicator of? There we go. We're waiting for direction. Put another way, Vuyo, we're waiting for price to give us data. Data. Teresa, can you do work if you have no data? You can't. You need data. So you collect the samples, and once you've collected the samples, you analyze the data, and you can then get some findings from there, right? Same here. Same principle applies. We need data to form. Now look at the hour frame. This is today. Does that look like data to you to make a decision? No. That is sideways. So this data here, what's the one word for it? Then I'm moving on, because this, I don't know, Punch, this is one of those Monday mornings where I'm like, oh my word, I don't know if I woke up on the right side of the bed. I don't know if it's just what we've been building, but my word, am I chuffed and proud of what we're doing this morning, all right? It's consolidation, it's accumulation, it's sideways, it's lamb trends, it's blah, blah, it's blah, whatever you want to call it, but it's moving sideways. Is everybody with me? No data for us to make a decision right now. All right, let's go to Dow Jones, US 30, also a volatile index. The S&P 500, remember, is a smaller index compared to them. When I say them, I'm talking about its counterparts here, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, tens of thousands. Remember, Nasdaq is 10,000. It's a 10,000 index or point index. S&P 500 is a 1,000-point index, 3,615 to be more precise. And then you have your Dow Jones there, which is the biggest of the three, or the largest of the three, 30, where are we now? 29,000. Everybody with me? So now you know why a lot of guys are trading US 30. Who's seen these ads about strategies to trade the Dow Jones? Who's seen it? Who's seen these ads on YouTube and Facebook and Insta and that represents and so forth and so forth and so forth. Because guys are giving stuff like that. Why? Because there's more pips in between shorter distances. Can I say that again, Sia? They're giving strategies for that specific security, because when you trade it on shorter time frames, you can walk away with 200 pips easy. Does that make sense, everybody? Easy. Now, if you go to the S&P, it's 1,000. You gotta have wider zones to get that kind of 200 pips. Is everybody clear there, guys? All right. So Dow Jones, at this point in time, from a daily perspective, we have gone down to 29281. But I want you to pay attention to this. This candle here. This candle here. That one. The pivot point. We are currently trapped. Can you see that candle? We're trapped in there right now. Can you guys see that? We're trapped in this candle. So what do I do to see the detail of that candle? What do I do there? Let me, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Are you guys ready? I'm going to show you. Let's take this off, guys. Hold on. I'm going to take that off, okay? For the purposes of what I'm showing you here. We are currently we are currently at the 50% mark of what? That candle. Can you guys see this? We are currently 50%. We've traveled 50%. So look at this 50% from there. 441 pips. Do you see what I'm saying here? Gert? I told you Monday morning is a blast. This morning, I told you, it's not Kellogg's or all brand or whatever. All right? It's not those. We're not going to give them credit. No, it's our minds. We are here to learn. Now watch from an hourly perspective. Watch I drop down all the way down to the hourly world. Look at that specific. Is this a race or a marathon? That's a trick question. Adele, that's a trick question. Is this a race or a marathon? Guys, let's give Anya a round of applause here. This is a race because the DJ on average does about 350 pips a day. Does that make sense? So 400 pips is nothing. This can be covered in a day. Everybody clear? Especially this fundamental. So this is not a marathon. This is a race. All right? So what we can do here, would like to, I know Anya's here, Anya. Would like to get some more clarity with DJ. Is Anya Saoki? All right. Adele as well. All right. So it's Adele and Anya. There's an Oki. All right. Okay. So I'm Oki Prat. Okay. All right. So I'm highlighting here. So what we essentially want, write this down, 29084 to be broken. Some more juice there, Liatle. We want 29084 to be broken. We've shaved the wicks. We want 29084 to be broken. And then we take this guy down. Now, here's another trick question. Is this the TP that we're looking for? Cheryl? Adele? Teresa? I'm asking the ladies. Ponch? Kudzai? Anya? Is this the TP that are we looking for this? Yes or no? Ash, what are you doing Monday morning? It's one of many, yes, but for this specific one, Yavi, is this the TP that's going to be valid? It's a trick question. What did I do on the monthly? I used the tool to show you it's traveled 50%. All right. And yes, I said ladies, there's here, V. V, are you a lady? Zulume. All right, now look at this. TP28860. All right, hold on. Do you guys see this pivot point here? You see that? All right. Let me make this red. Guys, just tell me if you see the red. Just let me know, okay? Can you guys see the red much clearer? Hey, when I vi. Hey, Zulu man. Hey. All right. Now, 28, Anya, 28. Can you see this? 28765. Now watch. I'm going back to the daily. Open. Do you guys see the detail there? Because price from the open, 82 pips. 82 pips. So there is a possibility price might not reach there. All right. You know, when I advise guys for the first time, you know what is my question, Teresa? Philip, how much percentage honesty can you take out of 100? That's the question I ask. What's your percentage of honesty in your life? Because sometimes when someone says I can take 90% of honesty, are you sure? What if I tell you you're lazy? Will you be able to handle it? Are we together, everybody? So I always ask the question, what's your percentage on honesty? All right. Depends on the mood. See. All right. So if you can take 50% honesty, okay, then I know I need to watch. Still a bit sensitive there, you know. Say, okay, this one might bite me back. Are we together? But if you say 90%, they're in a good mood there, Cheryl. I'll tell you, hey, you know, you better jump off right now. All right. So if you go back to the hour, and I contract 28765. 28765. Open. So those are two TPs. But I've just given you the detail. Now, this is based on if that dollar keeps on strengthening. Don't forget the fundies there. We want the dollar to keep on strengthening. Okay, everybody. So we're not omitting that fact. Are we together? Ponch says they're 90%. I go, yeah. And see how are you sure? All right. 28765. Is everybody clear there, guys? So we want 29084 to be broken. And then we want to have 28765. All right. All right, let's go a bit deeper there. We're going to go to Brent, WTI, then we're going to go to our dollar pairs. We want to see what's cracking there. All right, so Brent, from a daily perspective, we've broken into the buy zone. Are we together? But now I told you guys about the buy zone. Yes, we crossed over bullish. Are we together? Then we got to look at the resistance levels. So we broke above. Generally, there will be a resistance and then we push down again. Very big possibility. But I always said to you guys, when you're using the symmetrical, make sure you don't only use the symmetrical, the northern and southern hemispheres, and not only the vertical, but look at the resistance levels as well. You got to use them together. You don't use them in isolation. Are we together? This area here, you can see we came in right there, the 94. Now, if I go to a 12-hour, I go to an 8-hour, let's see, look at this. You can see this was a resistance. I go to the 6. Look at that big candle upwards. That signifies, listen, this was really a troublesome zone. All right. If I go to a 4-hour, look at that. Look at the rejection. This is what I want to show you. Look at this. This was a strong area of resistance. So you don't use this in isolation. Is everybody clear? You can see that it resisted there, came back down. Price could have easily, from there, came back down again. Does that make sense, everybody? But the next candle now, 3 hours, as we go down, getting more riskier. Price shot up. Look at the 2-hour. Look at these resistance levels, 94, 95. Ash, where did you find that? Where did you find 94 and 95? There. Now, I want you to notice something. We've reached the area that we had highlighted and analyzed. It was reached. Can you guys see that? So this was accurate analysis, short term. This was a race. We are currently at that resistance there. So price can come down from there, ladies and gentlemen. Is everybody clear there? I don't see any pivot point here. Is everybody clear? The pivot points are done now. That was the last one. The next pivot point is up there. Is everybody clear there? The next pivot point from there is there. So this is very important stuff. So now that we know 98 is the next area, if I go back to my daily, can you guys see how close we came to that pivot point there? Look, from there, the high. 7 pips. Is everybody clear? Look how close we came. I'm going to go back once again. Look at that pivot point there. Look there. Can you guys see it? 98, we came 7 pips close. I just want to see something here. Guys, it might even be. Hold on. Let me see. 97. Let's see. Can you see that zone there? Can I see the zone there? That pivot point there. This is now shorter time frame, okay? Please note. Look at that. Cheryl, look at that. My word. Clive, look at that. Must I highlight it? Oh, beautiful. Look at this. I think that's stunning. Can you guys see this? If I zoom in, we hit the open right there. Exactly there. Boom. Can you guys see that? And this was shorter time frame. The daily momentum, we still further up 98. So can you see the difference between pivot points when it comes to momentum and when it comes to shorter? You can reach the shorter pivots faster than what you do the momentum. These are key things. So if you're running a marathon, all right, can you please write this down? Can you guys write this down? When you're running a marathon, you can get out at the race pivot points and wait and get in again to continue the marathon. Is everybody with me? I'll say it again. If you're running a marathon, meaning trading longer term, so you're using the pivot points from a daily, a weekly, a monthly, your TPS is at the top, but you're getting out, taking profits in the shorter aspect or the shorter pivots. And then you wait. When price violates that pivot there, guess what? I'm going again. Does it make sense? Because remember, marathon, sometimes what do? Do you stop sometimes and walk? If you don't, run all the time, does it make sense? If you don't run all the time and you're running a marathon, you are going to stop and walk maybe for a couple of minutes and you're going to start again. Does it make sense? Same principle applies. You in, you get out, wait, get back in. Is everybody with me? You're welcome, Sia. Absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure. Everybody clear with this one? Can I move on? WTI, we know we're seeing similar movements here. Where's EJ? EJ? So this area was hit from a momentum perspective. Look at that. You see that zone? Rejecting at that low there. Can you see it? Rejecting right there. There we go, EJ. I see you right there. All right. Don't worry, Shay. I will, what I'll do, guys, maybe tomorrow, but I need your commitment too, eh? I'm committed. I need you to commit. We can look at maybe tomorrow because I'm going to be with you today and tomorrow, right? Let's get the Monday out of the way. Tomorrow, you can look at extracting a couple of minutes there to deal with these points. And I've separated momentum versus entry or shorter time frames. Everybody clear with that, guys? Everybody with me? So remember, in as much as I'm committed, I need you too. Does it make sense? I need you too. I can't do it by myself. Absolutely, it's not possible. I need you to be here. Got to be focused and concentrating. All right, everybody? Is everybody okay with that? Let me ask. I want the guys on YouTube to see the working together. All right. I won't, Tebo. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I won't. Okay. All right. So everybody's cool with that. We'll extract a couple of minutes tomorrow. So we got to pack this place out then and make sure that we're here. All right. All right. Don't let anything get in your way of being here. All right. Cancel all cancel. I'm saying you're going to a more important meeting. All right. So look at this. EJ, we hit that low on that daily frame. From a more short-term perspective, can you see there? Look at that area. Look at this area here. If I move back, we're trying to locate it now. See that zone there? Look at that. And there, and there. So short-term, there. Let me do this. That there is going to sound irritating even to me. Here. Hold on, let's do this. So this is the zone, short term. That's where it hit on a 12-hour. So remember, sometimes you're finding them on the shorter, which I'll explain tomorrow. Sometimes you find them on the higher. If there is no, and you'll see it tomorrow, if we get to a pair, right? If there's no pivot on a monthly or weekly, you have to drop down. You have no choice but to drop down. Does it make sense? Can you measure? Yes, you can, but it's not as effective. So when you go to the data, the detail becomes better. Okay. So this one here, clearly 91 is a zone. We are still there. So we are in between that pivot there, EJ. Can you see that one there? There, 90 and 91. Now, if we break that one there, look, see the zone here. And you got to see which ones are close together. So what do you do just to know whether they are close together so you can more or less draw your zone? By the way, guys, I'm showing you how to draw proper zones here, okay? Proper zones. Hold on. Can you guys see that? So these here are closer together. From there, look at that area there. They are closer together. So this automatically becomes a very important zone to take profit. People are taking profits there. Does it make sense, everybody? People are taking profits there. If you guys ever seen these guys, you're like, yes, man, how are you so accurate in, I'm literally showing you the psychological levels. Does that make sense? Vuyo, you'll see tomorrow. All right. And Etienne says that there are daily pivots. Let's go. There we go. There's the pivots right there. Boom. Right there. There's a daily pivot right there. Can you guys see that? So it's spot on accuracy. All right. Vuyo, don't worry. I'll extract a couple of minutes tomorrow and you'll understand the difference. See you, Teresa. All the best. Everybody clear with this one, right? Everybody clear? If we drop below 90.87. All right. Let's go to the dollar pairs now. All right. Let's go to the dollar pairs. Are you ready for this? All right. You're welcome there, Vuyo. USD Swiss franc. Here we go. Dollar strength has come through in a mighty way. It's hit our 99646 spot on there. Are we together? If we switch to weekly, hold on. If we switch to a weekly and I move back, let's go and see. Let's go see where we find it. There. Can you guys see this area here? This is where we at. This zone here. Can you see that pivot there? Are we together? Let's go and see. There's more. All right, so everything is up from there now. Looks like it's up from there. All right, let's go to the monthly. I just want to see if I missed something here. Monthly, there's a pivot mark right there. If I do move back, there's a pivot there. There's one there. So we are literally at the peak monthly pivots. There, and there. Do you see that, guys? So you can see this is very bullish at this point in time. Is everybody clear? If I use a new template from a starting fresh perspective, look at the noise it's in. Can you guys see this is now, or this is intercumulation period. Please understand the following. There's pivot points here. Everybody clear? And the ultimate zone to get to within that range is there. Can you guys see that before we make a very, very big turn? Is everybody clear there, guys? So that is from a pip perspective. It's 361 pips. Do you see that? Now this guy is going to use, once again, shorter time frames to get out of before we get to 1.03. And they're going to find those zones. Can you see that? There's one there already. There's one there. There's one there. Can you guys see that? So if you go to a shorter time frame now, 169 pips. Do you see how I just divided that? You guys see that? So if you zoom out, look at this one here, 1.01. Let's go back. Let's go see where it is. Look at that. Is everybody clear there, guys? Now you can TP even there, which means you are staying in for a shorter period of time. 115. Do you see how you don't have to take it till there, just till there. Now imagine, see 10 standard lots on that 100 pips. Are we together, everybody? Are we together? If you go back, TP there. If you guys see now, guys say TP1, TP2, TP3. If you guys heard these people say TP1, but then you're like, but where did you get these TPs from, man? Where did you get these TPs from? Okay, all right, now we see these pivot points. Cutting, slicing certain ranges in, in half. And they're saying, there you go first. Wait, there we go. TP. Some guys have TP5s. I've seen TP6. TP6. Can we move? So USD Swiss franc, we are at 1.00069. Are we together? Herbie says that's me asking. Exactly. All right. So you begin to see USD CAD. Guys, we are trapped in this area here. You're trapped in here. All right. Everybody clear there? So if I move back, hold on. Let's do fresh one here. So look at that area. We've long passed that zone there. Long past. Look at that. Even there. You see that? Now watch. Look at it. Cheryl, do you see that? See that? No, see, it's not back testing. Because back testing is defined in different ways. Are we together? It's defined in different ways. Back testing could be you receive the strategy, now you back testing. You receive the program, you back testing. What we're doing here, we are looking at how price responds in certain periods. What are these periods? Beginning of a month, beginning of a week, the beginning of a day. Exactly. All right. But did I just do with the horizontal? I don't know. I clicked on it and I placed it on the chart. Actually, a trade for each of the TPs you want to take, or can you move it like? Actually, you have to take separate trades for each of the different TPs. Now, remember, you can hold the trade as well. All right, Shemaine, you can hold it. So if there's 2-3 different TPs, you can hold it till TP3. So that's one trade that you can hold. It depends on your schedule. Remember, it always goes back to your schedule. What is your schedule like? If you're too busy, then you're most probably going to hold it till TP2 and 3. You see that? Is everybody clear there? But if you're not busy, get out, go back in again. All right, everybody clear with that? How did you know it will place it where price is up? Can I give you a short answer? Chaco, can I give you a short answer? Practice, man. Are we together? Practice, repetition. So he's asking this. I placed the horizontal line there. Right? Can you see it? And then I went back and it touched it. So he asked, how did I know that? This is the momentum pivots. Does that make sense? All the guys that are bouncing, all the best. See you at 4. So that area has returned to that zone there. That's it. That's momentum now. That's the guys that's running a marathon. The guys that, that ran a marathon, they've successfully reached the destination. All right. FX there. Yeah. Practice, practice, practice. And the practice, I need not say this, but I will. Practice means no laziness. At the end of the day. All right, everybody. Everybody clear there? So now we've rejected. Now, what's very important about this, can you guys see it says 1.39 there? Now, from there to there is 194 pips. So, Ash, what do I do there now? Because after that area, right, that you just showed me, when you go back, there's no other candles. So, Ash, what do I do? Well, still at the high. But Ash, 1.46? That's so far away. Okay. Cut it in half. Gert, you with me, right? You guys here, you're with me, right? So look at this now. Remember, we're dealing with this area here, right? So if I go back, look at this. So forget these areas. They only look at this one, 1.39, right? From 1.39 up. All right. Can you guys see here? Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that, Sia? So now someone can TP from there to there as an example. Can you see that right there? You see that? Let's go back a little bit more. Let's just see what's happening. Let's see if there's anything else. Obviously, we have to go back because that was a high. You guys see where we are? That's where price is now. We still have a way to go, a far way to go. Can you guys see that? Meaning to that zone that I just highlighted. Let's do this rather. Sorry, let's rather do this. Let's rather do this. Can you guys see that zone there? So if I zoom out, look at the weekly here. Remember, this is where we at. Can you guys see that resistance? If I go back, I'm on the weekly chart. The daily will take too long. You see that area there? You see this zone here? Look. You see these areas here, guys? Can you guys see this? That's where price is. We still need to go up. So remember I said ignore 1.39. You see that? Down. Only focus on if we break above. If we break above. Look at that, Shem. Fuyo, do you see that effect? Can you see that? So if I zoom in now, there. That's the 50%. That's the 50%. Is everybody clear there, guys? That was a short-term trade, the FX. That's a short-term trade. All right. The Euro CAD is short-term. It's not a marathon. All right. So, guys, is everybody clear with this, ladies and gentlemen? Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? I'm going to move on. AUD USD. This one really, really powerful. We pushed down. We had our area in place, 62,720. You guys can see clearly here, we've pushed down very nicely. And when I go back to find where we found 62720, if I show you where we found it, can you see these zones here? Can you see that there? It's not on the daily. So now we got to go back and say, okay, it's not on the daily, but now we got to go to the 12 hour. Let's see if it's there. There. You see that right there? Everybody clear right there. We're very close to that zone there. So we still see that support. Nothing yet. This is it's just at the support. We need some more formulation. We need it to form here. All right, so we're doing nothing there. NZD USD. This one is now officially reached the 5.5. We said we wanted to break beneath that zone. There's no TP here. All right. But we can find one quickly. We're almost done. Ooh. Yeah, there's nothing here. I'll check. I'll see if I can find a level. But the rejection is huge. I'll see if I can find it. You see here? You see there, guys? See it? Can you see it? 5.3. Right there. There we go. All right. Everybody clear? We'll check this one out. There's no, we're not going to make any moves yet because it could still bounce. So, which I doubt because of the dollar strength, but let's just give it a bit of time. Let's see how it performs. Okay. Let's go to Euro USD and then, sorry, GBP USD. Very nicely done here with that signal. The next zone I see here, 1.08. 1.08. You can write that down, guys. 1.08496. But we do need a daily to close beneath there. We do need a daily to close beneath there. All right. Everybody clear? If we can get a momentum time frame here, cool. See you guys at 4. Yeah, it's already 8 minutes after 11 minutes. All right. Exactly. So let's wait on this one. Let's go Euro USD. You have to right click and you click on chart window. Euro USD. So 95271. Let's give this a bit of time as well, because price could come in, drop till there, and then we don't go down further. So please be careful here with this one, guys. I will not encourage you to get into this right now. All right, let's wait and see how it performs at 95745, and then the last one here, USD JPY, doing nice. We have gone past 144. 144. We need the momentum above here. Then we engage. For now, we leave it alone, okay? All right. You can use the major pairs. Those are the ones that you can start off with a VIO. All right. The major pairs, because they move nice and smooth. It was nothing that, Jacob. We didn't decide yet. We're still waiting for price to react. And then the last one here, guys, CHF Jpy. For buy. Hold on for me. CHF Jpy. Hold on for me, guys. Okay, CHF Jpy, buy at 145. 828, so that, yeah, I still see it coming down just a little bit. It should really, see how it's touching that area there. Do you see that? TP, let's quickly look at the TP, then I'll tell you. 148. Up to that zone there. All right, so to buy it now, this area here, which is, you can see these pivots here. All right, so we got to watch this very carefully. You know, if it obviously sinks through, we go down. But at this point, this support seems to be holding. If we do sink down the 143, guys, this is a very interesting one here because the support is holding. The support is holding. But some of the conservative guys might be interested in this to buy above 146. So there's an enter now. Can you see it there? Is everybody with me there? To enter now. All right. And there's some guys that might want to be a bit more conservative and say, Ash, I'll buy above 146 to take it to 148. Can you guys see this? So this is the zone that we're dealing with. Okay. So guys, I'm speaking to all guys that are conservative, the guys that are a bit riskier. I want you to make a decision, okay? We all remember major pairs, all the major pairs, right? All the major pairs. Is everybody clear? Guys, I think we did very well for this morning, all right? How can I get my symbols to, like this here? Like that? Market watch, you right click and you click on chart window. It will open up a window, a new one every time. All right. So every time you do that, it's a new chart window. It's a new chart window. It's a new chart window. All right. So guys, 4 p.m. we push. It was a great morning. I'm telling you, tomorrow's going to be good. We're dealing with the pivots. Let's show up. Let's be committed. 4 p.m. recap, and then we push forward. All right. Everybody good? It was wonderful, man. Tebo, don't worry, that trailing, I'll do that as well. Don't worry. It was fire, man. All right, I'll see you guys at 4. I'll see you guys at 4. Awesome one. Thank you so much for the great attendance, the great response, guys. All right. See you guys later.